Good morning, Senator Austin.
Hi,
How are you?
good. How are you?
It's Thursday.
I know.
Is it?
Yeah.
I never know what day of the week it is.
That's a bad sign.
I know.
We're gonna start right away, Tony, because we all have places to go
Yes, we
to
do.
the place. So
I-
we're gonna call the joint meeting, joint public hearing for appropriations, commerce, housing, to order. And are you all set, Madam Administrator? She's all set. And we have first up the Commissioner. Commissioner, are you on?
Nobody's good.
Don't see her.
I don't see them either.
Don't see her the deputy commissioner either.
Here they all come.
Good morning. I'm here. I was just didn't have access. I was
Hi, Commissioner, how are you?
good. Good morning.
How are you?
Morning.
So Commissioner, you want to go ahead?
Yes. Good morning, co-chairs, ranking members, and members of the Appropriations, Commerce, and Housing Committees. I am Seila Mosquera Bruno, the Commissioner of the Department of Housing. Thank you for the opportunity to appear before you today to discuss the federal fiscal year 2023 allocation of grant funding for the Community Development Block Grant or Small Cities Program. Here with me today are Michael Santoro, Director of the Office of Policy Research and Housing Support, and Miguel Rivera, Director of Housing and Community Development. As you may remember, the CDBG Small Cities program is a program from HUD. They based the portion that the state will receive based on a formula. I have submitted the written testimony, but in summary, the small CDBG allocation for this year, fiscal year 2023, will be a little over $13 million. It's a program that applies to all non-entitlement communities or communities with 50,000 people or less. We have received for this year already applications in the amount of a little over $11 million. And we are anxious to submit this approved plan that we have submitted to you guys so that
Please
so that we can receive the funding and we could support those projects that are waiting for the resources to be able to continue with the work. Just as an overall, this funding has been able to help us in recapitalizing those state housing portfolio properties, as well as provide funding for infrastructure that will help in the creation of affordable housing in these small municipalities. I'm open for any questions that my staff or I can answer.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. First, just to make sure that everybody is aware, this is the block grant allocation plan for review for FY23 Small Cities Community Development Block Grant Allocation Plan. Representative Walker, do you have any questions?
no, ma'am, I'm good. Thank you.
Senator Berthel?
Good morning. I have no questions, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Representative Nuccio?
I only have one question. This is small cities, the non-entitlement, people under 50,000. Is there a limit? Like, is it not small towns? Like, is there a bottom floor?
No, I can answer that one.
I figured.
It goes all the way down to towns the size of 1,000, so it does,
Yep.
it doesn't have a floor on it.
Okay.
So
that's all.
all small towns are eligible for it.
Thank you.
Senator Hartley, do you have any questions from Commerce?
I am not seeing any, Madam Chair.
And who is your, can you call? for your-
Representative Cheeseman has her hand raised.
Okay. And who is the co-chair on Commerce with you on the?
Representative Meskers, who may not be with us at the moment. He has.
I'm here.
Oh, you are. Well, welcome.
Do you have any
Thanks.
questions, Representative Meskers?
No, I'm fine with the, I read the report. I have no major questions.
Thank you. Senator Martin, are you on Commerce?
I am. Thank you, Madam Chair. Very quickly, are these funds, when are these funds allocated from the federal government?
Commissioner?
So they're waiting for our plan to be submitted. And soon after that, we will receive, so we're expecting probably is September, once they receive our plan. Michael, is that accurate?
Yes, Commissioner. The source of the money is from October 1 of 2022's federal budget. But yes, as soon as we submit our plan, HUD has 45 days to review and approve, at which time they'll give us contract documents for those allocated dollar amounts.
And you enter into a contract with the municipalities after that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead, Madam Chair. Thank you. I think I have another question, but I'll listen to what the other questions are before I ask mine. Thank you.
Representative Cheeseman, are you on Commerce also?
Yes, I am.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. So question.
You have to turn your mic on.
Sorry, that's right. Out of practice. Thank you so much. Question, there seem to be significant amounts carried forward from 2021, 22. Was that because there were no applications that met the criteria? It just seemed to me there were significant funds.
Commissioner?
Michael or Miguel, can you go?
I can.
Michael?
I
Go
can take that, Commissioner. Thank you very much. And thank you, Madam Chair. In our plan, it shows what is actually contracted according to the federal rules, as opposed to projects we have committed to. So that it looks like we have a lot of money that actually rolled over. All of those funds are actually committed to projects. We are working through the contracting process with those municipalities for those projects. Those projects are identified in the plan. I believe it's tables 1A or 1B, A1 or A2. Got to remember how we labeled these. So all those funds technically under HUD's definition rolled over, but the reality is those funds have actually been committed.
So in effect, you've agreed with the applicants that these are going to be funded, but the project as described, because they have not been carried out, that money is carried forward. Am I understanding?
That is correct. The contracts haven't been signed. So until we sign on the dotted line from HUD's perspective, they're still available.
So is it typical that there may be a 1 or 2 or 3 year delay between you agreeing to whatever the project is and the money being allocated? Because it occurs to me, if you applied in 2020 and you still haven't done the work, costs may have increased significantly. So I'm just curious as to how this plays out.
And no, it's not typical that it's that long. We ran into a number of issues during the COVID period with supply chain, with, as you point out, cost increases, et cetera. We are, I will say it this way, back on track. What we typically like to see is from award, about 120 to 150 days to get under contract. 30 days later, the project starts. That's the typical process. Again, COVID messed things up quite a bit. We are getting back on track, however, and we anticipate next year when we come back for this hearing, you'll see that actual rollover number significantly smaller. And I believe that is reflected in the plan.
So, and final question, I don't want to monopolize this. So given the delays, it is possible that these applications and the projects are now not available at the funds that are given. Can they revisit it, or it's basically you get what you get and you don't get upset?
Oh, absolutely not. We work with our sponsors on a regular basis. If there are cost overruns that are uncontrollable, we make every effort to provide the additional funding. And in fact, we do that on a regular basis. We don't like to talk about that because some of our, I'll say it this way, not our sponsors, but the people who are out there doing the work might want to take advantage of the fact that we in fact do make funds available to get the project to fruition. But once we identify and award funds to a project, we do any and all things to make sure that project gets finished. And if that means more money from us, then we make that happen.
All right, your secret is safe with me. Can't ask it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And housing, Senator Moore, do you have any questions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't have any, but I do want to say that this is my first year, finishing up the first year on housing. And I really do appreciate the process being in writing to help me understand how this money gets to the people who need it. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Representative Luxembourg?
Nothing to add, Senator.
Thank you. Senator Sampson? Representative Scott?
No, I'm good. Thank you very much, Senator.
Thank you. That finishes our chairs and ranking members of the three committees. Representative Belinsky, thank you for waiting, sir.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. And thank you to the agency for this write-up. I have just one question about the direction of the funding. Can this be used for age-restricted limited income housing, such as age-restricted senior housing?
Commissioner?
I couldn't hear the last piece.
He said such as age restricted as senior housing.
So this resources is to the municipalities. The municipalities decide how they want to apply, but we usually, yes, these resources can be used for affordable housing, any type of affordable units that the town wants to build, in addition to infrastructure. Go ahead, Michael. You're saying.
Thank you, Commissioner. One point of clarification. The CDBG Small Cities Program cannot do new construction. It can do substantial rehabilitation, and that's why very often a significant portion of our funds are targeted to preservation activities. But it's a federal prohibition to do new construction with those funds. But we rehabilitate elderly and disabled housing on a regular basis with these funds.
Thank you, Michael.
Answer. I want to thank you, Commissioner, and thank you, Mr. Santoro, for that answer. It makes a lot of sense to me, and now I know where we can direct it possibly. Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate the question.
Thank you. Senator Anwar?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Commissioner, for your presentation. I just wanted to clarify, some of the smaller towns are struggling with their shelters. The shelters are having difficulties. Can the funds be used for helping the shelters be ready for the current times, but also for the upcoming winter for people who are experiencing homelessness?
Commissioner?
Yes, Senator, in fact, we are working with a couple of shelters in Wyndham. Their plan is to do some rehabilitation, some micro units. So we're using actually some of the COVID funds that we received to help basically not to have congregate shelters. And we are working with a couple of other shelters. But if this program is because of new construction, the limitations that we have, we can use it for some activities. We cannot use it for other. We are working with shelters with our regular funding to be able for them to help in what you just mentioned on the winter conditions.
Thank you. Go ahead, Commissioner. Anything else? Did you get your answer? Senator?
No,
Anwar?
Senator Anwar, did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Ware?
Yes, and thank you to the Commissioner, Michael. Thank you very much for this presentation. It is helpful to see this laid out in front of us. I just wanted to get a better understanding. There are the list of the towns in this report that are with projects underway. That is clear to me. Is there another list of projects that are being considered? So would projects that are being considered but not yet approved, it's my understanding they would not be on this list?
Michael, go ahead.
Thank you, Representative. And they were attached to the Commissioner's testimony. We have not 11. I believe it's 11. Hang on. Now I'm gonna fool myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are currently 8 projects in hand that are being considered for this funding in particular. Any project, any application that has been submitted, that has been approved, and is moving to contracting are listed in the plan itself. Otherwise, we have a host of projects that are actively, I think we have somewhere between 30 and 40 active projects that are under construction from prior year allocations. So other than the 8 that are attached to the Commissioner's testimony, we do not have any other CDBG applications in hand as of this moment. So nobody's pending other than those 8 waiting for an answer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Representative Osborne?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And Commissioner, thank you very much for being here today to answer our questions. I understand that the funds can be used to rehabilitate existing affordable housing for seniors and disabled. Can it also be used to rehabilitate private housing that then becomes deed restricted affordable housing as a result of the rehabilitation?
Michael, I'm going to ask you to please answer the question to the representative.
Certainly. Thank you, Commissioner. And Madam Representative, communities can apply under the CDBG Small Cities Program to get a block of money for what we call homeowner rehabilitation. So the short answer is yes, they can apply for CDBG to rehabilitate homeownership housing in their community. CDBG, however, is short-term and it's non-substantive rehabilitation when it comes to single-family home ownership. It can do roofs, it can do siding, it'll do a kitchen or bathroom remodel, but it's not going to do generally speaking, a gut rehab and rebuild. The funds available just don't correlate to that. So there's no real deed restriction associated with the use of the CDBG money. It's a very short-term restriction. It's only 5 years in length. And that's just to prevent what we call flipping and someone coming into a municipality, getting a block of money in the form of a grant, and then flipping the house and making a profit.
So sort of 2 follow-up questions to that. Could a municipality?
Let's keep the questions to a minimum. Go ahead, Representative.
I will, Madam Chair, and perhaps I should follow up with Mr. Santorso later on. But just as a follow-up to that one question, can that be used to rehabilitate multifamily housing?
Yes, absolutely. Same methodology. Absolutely.
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Senator Martin for the second time. You're muted, sir. Senator Martin, you're muted. We cannot hear you. Can you unmute Senator Martin at all?
Yeah, here we go. Sorry. I had a
Okay, there you go.
I had another screen open. I just have two other additional questions. The 13 million, are you guaranteed that every year? Or your applications were 11 million. So you're 2 million short. Do you just get the 11 million or do you get the 13 million?
So HUD, they have a formula that's how they decide how much each state receives. So for us this year, Michael, if you want to add anything, is there a little over $13 million for our allocation.
Okay. Okay, and just one more question regarding the shelters. I think it was last year that there was a high need. I know in Bristol, I met with Christine DeBarge from St. Vincent de Paul shelter here. We are looking for extra space for that overflow during the winter season. So are any of these funds available to provide this temporary housing, so to speak?
Michael, I don't think so, right? Or
So thank you, Commissioner and Senator. Not these CDBG funds. We do have other dollars that are targeted to our shelters, particularly as winter approaches, to help them address their overflow needs. So generally that will happen under either the emergency shelter grant or the emergency solutions grant programs, one state funded, one federal funded. We're aware of and are talking to St. Vincent de Paul on a regular basis about their needs, both now and in the coming months.
Great.
So
All
we
right.
are
Thank
aware,
you.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank
Michael. Thank you, Commissioner. Madam Chair, thank you.
Thank you. Senator Representative Osborne, do you have another question? Your hand is up.
I do not, ma'am. I just forgot to put it down. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are there any questions? Seeing Representative McCarty.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I just curious, after the funds are allocated and the projects are underway, is there another process that the state has to complete to the federal government to show the progress of the projects? Thank you.
Commissioner.
Thank you, Senator Michael. Could you respond to that question?
Certainly. Thank you, Madam Chair and Representative. Yes, we report regularly to the federal government. As a matter of fact, we have on-site field staff, what we call building construction specialists, who visit the sites for not just our CDBG activities, but for all of our affordable housing related activities. They attend job meetings, create site reports, keep regular updates. As far as reporting to the federal government, we use, in the case of CDBG, a federal system called the Integrated Disbursement and Information System, or IDIS. And yes, we collect quarterly reports on all these project activities in addition to visiting the sites. We try to keep a very close eye and assist our municipal grantees in seeing that these projects not just get done, but get done correctly.
Representative, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Yes, thank you very much for that clarification. Much appreciated.
All righty. Seeing no other questions from anybody, I will close the public hearing and turn it, and I would tell everybody that if you have colleagues that are not on either the screen or here in person, that you really need to call them. We will not be leaving the votes open. So I'm going to turn this over to Commerce. Senator Hartley.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair, and to all who have participated this morning. I would like to, at this point, convene the Commerce Committee. The matter before us this morning is the consideration and approval of the 2023 Small Cities Community Development Block Grant Allocation Plan. And in view of the expeditious running of the committee by Madam Chair, I'm assuming all of our questions and discussion have been exhausted? If not, now is the time, Commerce members. Seeing none, we will ask the clerk to kindly call the roll on, once again, the 2023 Small Cities Community Development Block Grant Allocation Plan. Madam Clerk.
Do we have a motion and a second?
Is there a?
Move.
Thank you, Senator Miller.
So moved, Senator Miller.
And seconded by?
Second.
Rochelle?
Representative Rochelle, thank you. Having been moved and seconded, if the clerk could kindly call the roll.
Senator Hartley,
In the affirmative.
Representative Meskers,
In the affirmative.
Senator Rahman,
Senator Roman, yes.
Representative Fazino,
Representative Fazino votes yes.
Senator Martin,
Yes.
Representative Harrison, Representative Harrison, Representative Anderson,
Rep. Anderson votes yes.
Representative Aniskovich,
Representative Aniskovich votes yes.
Representative Borer, Representative Borer, Representative Cheeseman,
Representative Cheeseman votes aye.
Representative Curry,
Representative Curry votes yes.
Representative Figueroa,
Yes. Representative Figueroa votes yes. Thank you.
Representative Garibay,
Representative Garibay votes yes.
Representative G, Representative G, Senator Hockadell, Senator Hockadell, Representative Leeper,
Representative Leeper votes yes.
Representative McGorty, Representative McGorty, Representative McGorty, Senator Miller,
Senator Miller votes yes.
Senator Needleman, Senator Needleman, Representative Poulos,
Rep. Poulos votes yes.
Representative Rochelle,
Rep. Rochelle votes yes.
Senator Summers, Senator Summers, Representative Vale, Representative Vale, Representative Wood,
Rep. Wood votes yes.
Representative Harrison, Representative Borer, Representative G, Senator Hockadell, Representative McGorty, Senator Needleman, Senator Summers, Representative Vale. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Clerk, and the Commerce Committee will now stand in recess until the completion of business before the Housing Committee and the Appropriations Committee.
Just as Senator Hartley, could you ask for a tally from the clerk for the record, please?
Yes, I guess we are tallying. And so, Madam Clerk, could you please announce the vote?
The vote
has 16 yays and 8 absent.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Madam Chair. The motion carries.
Housing is up next.
Good morning. This is convening the Housing Committee meeting. At this time, I would like to ask for a motion to approve the fiscal year 2023 Small Cities Community Development Block Grant Allocation Plan. Can I have a motion?
Second.
Senator Lesser, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Representative Brown, who gets points for being in person. At this time, we will ask the clerk to call the roll.
Representative Luxembourg,
Luxembourg votes yes.
Senator Moore,
Senator Moore votes yes.
Representative Scott,
Representative Scott votes yes.
Senator Sampson, Representative Khan, Senator Lesser,
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Okay, got this one.
Senator Fonfara, Senator Hockedal, Representative Belton,
Rep. Belton votes yes.
Representative Brown,
Representative Brown votes yes.
Representative Butler, Representative Gonzalez, Representative Paletta, Representative Roberts,
Representative Roberts votes yes.
Representative Weir,
Rep. Weir is yes.
and Representative Zulo. Are there any other members of the Housing Committee that have not yet cast their vote?
Madam Clerk, please announce the tally.
Total voting 8, total yeas 8, 0 nays, 0 abstaining, 8 absent, not voting.
Thank you. Housing Committee's in recess.
And I will now convene the Appropriations Committee to approve the federal fiscal year 2023 Small Cities Community Development Block Grant Allocation Plan. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second by Paris.
Moved by Representative Nolan, seconded by Representative Walker. Is there any discussion? Seeing no discussion, Madam Administrator, could you call the roll, please?
Senator Austin,
Senator Austin votes in the affirmative.
Representative Walker,
Representative Walker votes yes.
Senator Hartley,
Senator Hartley, yes.
Representative Exum,
Representative Exum votes yes.
Representative Paris,
Representative Paris votes yes.
Senator Berthel.
Good morning. Senator Berthel votes in the affirmative.
Good morning to you too. Representative Nuccio. Sorry, Rep. Nuccio votes yes. Senator Anwar,
Senator Anwar votes yes.
Representative Baker,
Representative Baker votes yes.
Representative Belinsky,
Representative Belinsky votes in the affirmative.
Representative Callahan, Representative Candelaria,
Representative Candelaria votes yes.
Representative Chalesky, Rep. Chalesky votes yes. Representative Curry,
Representative Curry votes yes.
Representative Dathan, Representative DiCaprio,
Representative DiCaprio votes yes.
Representative Delaney,
Representative Delaney votes yes.
Representative Delnicki,
Yes.
Representative Dillon,
Representative Dillon votes yes.
Representative Felipe,
Representative Felipe votes yes.
Senator Flexer,
Senator Flexer votes yes.
Representative Fonsello,
Representative Fonsello votes yes.
Representative Garabay,
Representative Garabay votes yes.
Representative Gibson, Representative Gilchrist,
Representative Gilchrist votes yes.
Senator Gordon.
Senator Gordon votes yes.
One more time for me, sir.
Senator Gordon votes yes.
Thank you. Representative Gonzalez,
Representative Gonzalez votes yes.
Representative Haddad,
Representative Haddad votes yes.
Representative Hall, Representative Harrison,
Representative Harrison votes yes.
Representative Hoxa,
Representative Hoxa votes yes.
Representative Johnson,
Representative Johnson votes yes.
Representative Khanna,
Representative Khanna votes yes.
Representative Kennedy,
Kennedy votes yes.
Senator Kushner,
Senator Kushner votes yes.
Senator Lesser,
Senator Lesser votes yes.
Senator Marks,
Senator Marks votes yes.
Representative McCarty,
Representative McCarty votes yes.
Senator McCrory, Representative Nolan,
Morning, Representative Nolan votes yes.
Representative Porter,
Good morning. Representative Porter votes in the affirmative.
good morning to you as well.
Thank you.
Representative Osborne,
Representative Osborne votes yes.
Representative Reyes, Representative Rosario,
Representative Rosario votes yes.
Representative Retigliano,
Retigliano votes yes.
Representative Ryan,
Representative Ryan votes yes.
Representative Sanchez, Senator Slapp,
Senator Slapp votes yes.
Representative Sims,
Representative Sims votes in the affirmative.
Senator Summers, Representative Terciak, Senator Winfield,
Senator Winfield and the affirmative.
Representative Zawistowski. Are there any other members of the Appropriations Committee that have not yet cast their vote and would like to?
Representative Dathan is here.
Hello, how would you like to vote?
Representative Dathan votes yes.
Wonderful, thank you.
Madam Administrator, when you're ready, could you announce the tally, please?
Total voting 44, total yeas 44, nays 0, 0 abstaining, 7 absent and not voting.
Thank you very much. And the motion passes. I'll entertain a motion from the Appropriations Committee. Adjourn, moved by
Second.
Representative Walker, seconded by Representative Nuccio. And all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
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 And I turn it back over
Aye.
to Commerce.
Uh, The Commerce Committee will now adjourn. Is there a motion?
So moved.
A second? Moved and seconded. We stand adjourned. Thank you, sir. Madam.
The Housing Committee will reconvene and immediately call for a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Moved by Senator Moore. Do we have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Representative Brown. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Housing Committee's adjourned.
Madam Administrator, do we have any other business before us today?
That will be all today.
Okay, thank you very much. Everybody have a nice day.